What's going on, guys? JT Bedlets here with another episode of JT's Chit Chat. And today's topic, we're going to talk about friends. After I show you this house I'm working on so far, let's see what all I've gotten done. And holy crap, it's getting laggy all of a sudden. Excuse me. Look at that badass wall tile, man. That is my new favorite wall. Here's the bathroom. Living up high life. Got one bedroom. Got TV. That's where the magic happens. And for you kids, I do mean magic, like magic tricks. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Here's the other bedroom. Here's the storage. Storage, yep. Storage, yep. Oh. So now those lights don't work. Okay, right on. Cool. Then in here we got the kitchen. I love that tile. That tile's like perfect for this kitchen. I just wish the windows would have been darker. We got the garage that needs to be finished. We got this room. I don't know exactly what this room is, but we got it. So, I guess we'll go ahead and start working on this. But anyways, back to today's topic. We're going to talk about friends. The thing about friends is they come and go. They really do. But you should always be thankful to have friends. I know for a lot of people they don't think they have friends, but in reality they do. There's always going to be somebody out there that likes you for who you are. I got real lucky to have a great group of friends like I do. In the Outcast, Posse, and a few other people. I did. I got damn lucky. And holy crap, there's no need for that. No need for that. Let's do ceiling lamps. But yeah, I got real lucky with the group of friends that I have. But it just kills me how many people claim that they don't have friends when, I don't know why a lot of people think it's a popularity contest. Like, you got to have more friends than anybody else. I've never been that way. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Not to my own horn or anything, but I consider myself a pretty popular guy back in school. Oh, crap! Excuse me. That came out of nowhere. I was kind of a popular kid in high school. I played sports and everything. I was kind of the jock, but my thing is, in most schools you got your little cliques, and don't get me wrong, my school had the cliques. You had the nerds, you had the nerds, you had the band geeks, you had the jocks, you had the cheerleaders, you had the goths, you had the troublemakers, and you just had the average people. Listen to me, the average people. You had them, but the way I looked at it is, as long as you showed me respect, I pretty much got along with everybody. The only people I really didn't hang out with, and it's nothing against them, just I never became friends with any of them, was the band geeks. Believe it or not, I actually had a friend who was goth. I know a lot of people think that's a little weird when I say that. They're like, you had a friend that was goth? Yeah, I did. He was actually a pretty decent guy. I think he's grown out of it now, but yeah, I got along with basically everybody, and it just kills me. Everybody thinks that they need to be someone special to have friends, and you really don't. I mean, you don't have to be nothing special. Just be you, and you be you and don't act fake and all that. You're gonna have people that gonna want to hang out with you, unless you're Brandon. And if that's the case, nah, I'm just chicken. Brandon's a good kid. And Brandon's the perfect example. I know we give Brandon shit, including myself. I give Brandon shit like crazy. And I'm not going to lie, he annoys the fuck out of me to the point I just want to punch his teeth down his throat half the time. But Brandon's actually a pretty good kid. He's not the smartest. His big problem is, and Brandon, if you're listening, this is something I'll say straight to your face. His big problem is he doesn't think about what he's going to say before he speaks. He just kind of goes with the flow. I think if he'd take the time to slow down and think about what he's about to say, he probably wouldn't get picked on so bad. But Brandon's actually a pretty good kid, and if we didn't care about him, we wouldn't let him hang out. We wouldn't let him play the games with us that we do. So I mean, it goes to show you, if Brandon even has friends, you can have friends. Just think of it that way. No, but in all seriousness, I remember being a kid, growing up in school, everyone's like, oh, you either have to be a goth or you have to be a jock. Jocks only hang out with jocks, band geeks only hang out with band geeks, nerds only hang out with nerds. And, I never understood that, you shouldn't let what makes you happy get in the way of who your friends are. Here I am a jock, but, I enjoy music. I was big into music. I was into a lot of things that my friends weren't, but we still stayed friends. Just because I didn't like what they liked or they didn't like what I liked, getting away, we still stayed friends. I never understood that. I grew up in a time where everyone's like, oh, if you like music, well, you got to be a band geek. Well, that's not true. I love music. I grew up around the music industry. I had an uncle that lived in Nashville who was on the road with quite a few musicians. Was a road manager every once in a while. I'm not allowed to tell you who. Trust me, it wasn't no one big. It wasn't like Garth Brooks, so you don't think that. But yeah. And then my grandparents owned a nightclub, and always had musicians coming in. They had anyone from Loretta Lynn to Conway Twitty to George Strait. You name it back in the day. I mean, they had Garth Brooks when he first came out on scene, before he made it big. They booked a lot of people. So I grew up around music. My grandparents always listened to music. I always listen. I love listening to music. My favorite pastime, because my grandfather also owned a construction company. So the good thing about owning that is I got to spend a lot of time whenever I was there. I got to go with him to job sites and stuff, and our favorite thing is a lot of times, we'd go fishing. We'd listen to listen to music all day while we're fishing. Go and get Sonic. So, I grew up around music. So, people thought I was like, oh, you should be a band geek. Well, that's fine and dandy, but I didn't want to be a band geek. I wanted to play football. I wanted to play hockey. That's just who I was. And, so, I didn't change. I let people know I love music, but I also let people know that I'm a jock. I love playing sports. I love sports. Sports is my life. And I didn't try to change who I was just, to make friends. I just stayed who I was, and, sure enough, people still enjoy being around me. I know, shocking, right? It's hard to believe. But, you see it so many days, especially now that I'm getting older. You see a lot of kids nowadays, trying to pretend to be somebody that they're not. Excuse me. Just to make a friend. And you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to do that at all. I never really considered myself a gamer. I've always enjoyed playing video games, but would never consider myself being a gamer or even having, gamer friends. Until, here recently, and, now I got it. I still got friends from high school, not very many. I grew up in a low class. Fortunately, a lot of them has passed away from bad choices, or a lot of them sent in jail. So, it's not like I get to see my childhood friends a lot anymore, but, I know people from working at the bar. I know people from working in the city. I know tons of people. But then, now I got another group, close group of friends, who are basically like family, and that's, of course, the Outcast Posse. I was fortunate to be able to join the group back in the day. And by back in the day, of course that makes it sound like we're all old. We're not. Well, I'm old. Everybody else isn't. But yeah, I mean, and of course it was always funny because people are like, well, how'd you get to join? I stayed me. I didn't try to pretend to be somebody. I started hanging around Phoenix's streams and tough streams, and I'd join the chat every now and then, make jokes. Just be who I am, man. And eventually they gave me a chance, to hang out with them, which was, sweet. And the rest is history. Of course, anybody that's been around Phoenix's, been on Phoenix channel long enough knows my very first night here wasn't what you call the greatest. That's when we learned. We asked questions about poop. Yeah, there was a lot of poop questions and a lot of fart questions. Some of them which is still yet to be answered, by the way. But even though it didn't go to what you call the greatest, I didn't try to pretend to be anybody else. I stayed me, and luckily they enjoyed it. They had a good time. They laughed, and here we are to this day, still friends. And again, as if you asked me 3 years ago, 4 years ago, if I'd be making YouTube videos, I'd told you, you're crazy. But here I am, and of course I wouldn't have the subscribers or anything like that if it wasn't for my friends. A lot of y'all, of course, comes from Phoenix, but I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Phoenix. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Tough. Wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Tai. Even though people like Monty, who's not around no more, he's helped me out. Silent's been a huge help, a huge support. Glad to consider him a friend. Old Lady DeWinter, Speaking of the Outcast Posse, and it cracks me up because, of course, I want to give a huge shout out to the Outcast Posse. And if you guys, haven't checked out all their channels, you need to. Everybody's channel is down in the description below. Of course, obviously, check out Phoenix. That's nothing new. Make sure you go check out the adorable Tai. Him being goofy as always. Make sure you check out Dalty Dalt, aka the Sheriff. You got to check out the one and only Kella. If you want some fun entertainment, you gotta hang out with Kella on Thursday nights. It's guaranteed to make you laugh. I guarantee it. Of course, you got Mr. Chief Romney, making them sweet mods. And then, I guess if you want, you could watch my channel. You don't have to. I definitely don't. I'm like, it is what it is. But then you got people like, again, Silent Fan, who I'm gracious to be able to call a great friend. He's helped me out quite a bit, and I can't thank him enough for it. Plus, he's just, he's a great guy. If you haven't checked out Silent Fan, you might want to go to a mental hospital and get yourself checked out. I don't know why you haven't checked him out. He's a great streamer, a great YouTuber, and when it comes down to it, he's just honestly a great guy. I mean, he's a one in a million guys to be able to call friends. And then you got, of course, old lady DeWinter. And me and Lady's friendship is actually one of the funniest friendships ever. Because for some reason, everybody just thinks we hate each other's guts. I mean, they're like, oh, you guys are so mean to each other. You must hate each other a lot. Can't believe you guys work. That is actually farthest from the truth. Me and Lady are great friends. And, we click. Of course, we're going to pick on each other. That's what we do. That's our thing. But when it comes down to it, Lady's always got my back. Always got Lady's back. Me and Lady have had many chats. Talking about different things. I'm gracious to call her friend. But yeah, it always cracks me up because so many people are like, I can't believe you and Lady hate each other. Trust me, we don't hate each other. In fact, if we didn't pick on each other, then we probably would think one of us is mad at each other. But no, me and Lady, we've always done that. We give each other shit. She tries to gross me out. I try to be a dick back to her. It's just how we are, and I wouldn't want to trade it. And that's when you're good friends. Just like with the guys, when you give each other shit and yell at each other and call each other names and everything else, and you don't fight about it, that's when you're good friends. It is what it is. Like a couple weeks ago, we had wouldn't even say it wasn't really a heated argument. I know a lot of people thought it was a heated argument, but we had a good, healthy argument about certain things, and so many people thought we were mad at each other, that we were, done being friends, and we were no longer talking to each other, and that's furthest from the truth. Believe it or not, you'd be surprised how many times we actually have those kind of arguments off, camera, just hanging out. And it's not, I wouldn't say that, we're no longer friends, we're grown adults, we have debates. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we get done. We forget all about it. We go back to laughing, having a good time, being stupid. That's just what we do. So, I just, like I said, it killed me because how many people were like, oh, when we had that debate a couple weeks ago, so many people thought we were done. And it was furthest from the truth. And a lot of people think me and Lady aren't really friends because of the way we treat each other. Again, furthest from the truth. We're actually great friends. Not gonna lie, she's old as dirt. She's old. I mean, old. In case y'all didn't know, she was here. She was here to witness the birth of Jesus. Bet a lot of y'all didn't know that. Yeah. Actually, if I'm correct, I think she was here to watch Earth being created. I think she used to hang out on Mars, and she watched the Big Bang. I could be wrong. You might have to ask her. I don't know. She's probably gonna kill me, but oh well. Let's see. I want to say I got light biscuit. I hope I'm not wrong. I probably am. I'm probably wrong as can be. Oh yeah, that's way wrong. That is way wrong. Alright, let's try a copper coin. Okay, that's not it either. I forgot what that color was. Was it light vanilla? Nope, definitely wasn't that. Alright. Was it coffee with milk? Maybe it's coffee with milk. I have a feeling this I bet is it. I bet this is it. No, it's not. Crap. Get rid of some of these before I really start losing my mind. Oh boy. Let's see. Was it Sandy Almond? I bet it's not. Let's check it out. I'll be damned, it was. Okay. Oh yeah, I finally found it. Well, what's the odds? But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, you know, it cracks me up that so many people think we each other. We don't. We don't. You know, am I gonna lie? As a group, have we had our arguments? Arguments? Yeah, we've had our arguments. Have we had arguments? Oh, of course. You know what friends don't? But again, you know, our arguments is literally petty. I mean, we literally argue about something for like 2 minutes, and then we completely forget what we were even arguing about. And you know, that's just the way it is. That's the way family treat family. And again, if you're in a group of friends like that and you've never argued, y'all might want to get yourself checked out, because there's something seriously wrong. Because you're going butt heads. You know, it's just part of it. But to be honest, I wouldn't want to butt heads with anybody else. Oh no, man! Now I gotta fix that. I better do that right now before I forget. Get rid of that. We're gonna paint the hallway before we call it a video. I gotta fix this real fast. Stupid. Gotta buy all this just for one freaking tile. Stupid. Pain. But yeah. I think that's it for today's topics. Am I seriously not able to paint that? Why? How am I not able to paint that? I can paint everything else but that. It's kind of dumb. don't like that at all. Fix your shit, bro. Oh, I need to get that cleaned up. There we go. Refill paint. Hey, you know, that makes a lot of sense. Let's put gray. Boom, 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 boom. Man, I'm going through paint like crazy. You're going crazy. Driving me crazy. Y'all probably too young for that. Boom, boom. Come on. Oh, so close. So freaking close. We called the inside of the house completely done now, other than the garage. But that's going to do it for today's episodes, guys. If you like what you see, make sure you hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you want to, anytime I post a video or go live with a live stream, make sure you hit the bell symbol next to my subscribe button. That'll notify you when I do either one, as well as going to my Facebook page, the Outcast Posse's Facebook page, and my Twitter, which links to those are in the description below, as well as everybody's YouTube channel, everybody's Twitch channel. So make sure you check everybody else out. They're always posting some badass shit. But until next time, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace!